Jubilation, jubilation, jubilation. Ghanaians are jubilating right now, guys. When I say Ghana is working, Ghana is actually working. There is a new update concerning the Ghana Cedis beating the dollar wuto. Like this period, the Ghana Cedis isn't joking. Right now, the Ghana Cedis is 11.05. Some people said 11.8, but right now it is 11.05. Guys, Ghana is moving. Let's watch some of the few videos to hear what people have to say about the dollar and the Cedis. And also, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel.
Now, as we speak, $1 to Ghana Cedis is like this. 11 Ghana Cedis is to $1. But this same amount is about 11,000 naira. You understand? But the issue is that no matter how Ghana Cedis go stronger, you can't compare it with Nigerian naira, because this amount can only buy food without meat. You understand? But if you send this money to Nigeria, you can use this money to feed yourself for 3 or 5 days. You understand? If I'm lying, please let me know in the comment section that if this 11 Cedis cannot feed you in Nigeria for 3 days, let me know in the comment section, because that money has a value when it comes to Nigerian naira. But Ghana here,
so before the election, the statement they made is don't travel abroad, you can make it in Ghana. So today I came this evening to preach the good message to all of you. Don't travel abroad, you can make it to Ghana. Because if you check the pound, the euro, dollar, Canadian dollar, and my favorite people, the Dubai is a group. Wow, it's fun, but you always can be saying me as I need this here. Well, it will release tension. Don't need to see the maybe once it's not anything. Want to check my right? I remember.
Or the Asempanabo 24-hour economy. And 24-hour economy.
Viewers.
Or the Asempanabo 24-hour economy.
This is where the dollar is now. 11.85. That's how it's closing intermarket rate.
Because if we want to contextualize that, that's a very faulty debate that has no basis to start with. He understands how government engages these and disperses these payments and the agreement. They may even have to renegotiate contracts at some point whatsoever. Right. So to look at that figure in isolation, to say this within a photographic year, which is just 2025, we read a budget. Again, when they talk about not spending, Bernard and the good listeners, the big ticket items for any government that has inherited this particular government to do was to cater for the domestic debt exchange program, to make commitment to it. By making commitment to it, you are spending. If anyone says you're not spending, I don't know where this economics is coming from. We have an IMF program. You went on a spending spree on the bond market. All of this, the government has made strong commitments to and activated the sinking fund you dissipated. Yet you say they are not commitment. I'm wondering what single policy it is that Dr. Kabiru and Dr. Baumia understands, and one for a magic one to say that this is what the NDC government did as far as the stabilization of the CD is concerned. In any case, you look at all of this. What are the key variables to stabilizing the currency? They talk about the gold for oil program as though it was a novelty coming from them. In the wake or in the run up to, or post-COVID, when central banks in developing countries were trying to stabilize their reserves and get liquidity, that was the program they resorted to, having reserve-backed currencies using gold. And if you went into this to say that you want to turn and pat yourselves at the back by saying that this is what you did, I think that again did not, because your central bank posted losses in a period where a bank uses the functionality of an instrument of moral suasion to determine that, and you had a governor saying that it amounted to nothing. Those were the whistles and bells of the economy. So these were the issues we had prior to. So we had a government that have inherited. We speak also as if we're speaking in a vacuum. We inherited an IMF program. The program has not even expired. There's no financial headroom to even do anything. So when you keep saying the government is not spending, when there is paper spending, when you go to, or a finance minister or head of the treasury goes to parliament to present a budget, the spending starts from there once the budget is approved. So when you and your boss say we are not spending, I don't know where that is actually coming from. The commitments that have been made, the appropriations that have been made, the disbursements that are yet to go is not spending. Come on, guys, what are we talking about? In any case, when your boss said he had locked the deputation of the city and giving the keys to the IGP, why? What happened? When the economy was dissipated, we went to the IMF with your tails in between your legs. When you said you never go and have an IMF program. You put us in this situation. Let's compare inflation rates at the time. And even at the time you started gold for oil program. And now, so if 2.6 billion was accumulated by a gold program through the gold board, you expect that to be used as a bullet payment to pay government debtors. Come on, Kabir. Which government functions within that confines? So I think that it's about time we really unpack these real issues to have. Today, Dr. Bamia has a convenience. I'm surprised he's not going to Cote d'Ivoire. He's quoting the Kwacha, who tells you that he gleans petrols around and then fix or pick low-hanging fruits. We have neighboring Nigeria. How is the Naira doing? That's our next door neighbor, where we have Lagos, bigger than the economy of Accra. Why wouldn't he go to Nigeria and make a comparison? He's traveling all the way to Zambia to make a comparison. When he was not suiting, he was La Cote d'Ivoire. You can't go to La Cote d'Ivoire today because you think you don't favor the debate. So let's talk contextually. So with all of this happening, you found prudent spending. You found a precedent. And Bernard, there's something fundamental that has happened that we need to applaud this government. Quite often than not, the government treasury, which is the finance ministry, the central bank, and the executive arm of government, headed by the president, are always at loggerheads when it comes to stabilizing currency, right? Or having spending. This time around, three are all singing. Independent are singing from the same hymn book. Who tells you there's a coordinated effort? What single policy do you want again? You have a president, a central bank governor, and the head of treasury, which is the finance minister, singing from the same hymn book in terms of tightening budget. In any case, any prudent government, that is what is sought, which comes into office. The first budget, this is just a year's budget, fixed for a particular period of time, which is why I keep using the word photographic. So if you want to look at it and look at it as though it's a 4-year budget or an 8-year budget, you miss the debate. But look at the performance of it. Have you ever had this stability? It's changing by the minute basis. And look, your goal for oil program was parodic, right? It was emulated from what was happening in certain developing economies. This is a program, the Gold Board program, backed by legislation. So investors see more confidence in it because it is backed by legislation. It has a board, among other issues. So if all of this are happening, yet you are asking that what has been done, when has a single policy been an answer to an economic problem? That is faulty, again, to start with, to start calling for a single policy that a government has done. It's very faulty. So they're trying to mix the debate. But for me, what I keep saying is that we are even not celebrating this. You're organizing press conferences left, right, center, talking about it. We have a 4-year mandate to deliver on the economy. These are just protein signs of it. That we are casually mentioning and saying that, okay, whatever we are doing is yielding some fruits. We're not celebrating it. There's no Kenke party at the precincts of the Treasury or Finance Ministry.
So let me take a break.
So what it meant was that Ghanaians had bought into the message that they believed that I would be able to reset things, and we use the word reset as one of our major campaign points, be able to reset things in order to build the confidence of our people in our democracy again. And so that responsibility is not lost on me. And so since 7th January, every step I've taken is meant to restore the faith of our people in our democracy and let them know that we can lead this country in a way different from what has been done in the past. And so to try to do this, one, the first and foremost was the cost of living and the general hardship that Ghanaians were going through. And so that has been one of the main focuses of the administration in the last 5 months we've been in office, focusing on stabilizing the economy, focusing on reducing hardship, cutting down expenditure, bringing more accountability into government, enacting a strong fight against corruption, introducing codes of conduct to guide leaders in political office. So these are all things that we have focused on and fast-tracked in the last 5 months. And happily, we have seen a response to the work that we've done, especially when it comes to the economy and hardship and all that. And somebody says, point to one policy that you have implemented to make the CD appreciate. And I said, one policy, it's not about one policy. The answer is effective leadership. With effective leadership, we can turn this economy around and create a better life for our people. And that is what I'm committed to make sure that by the time we finish these 4 years, we'll set a standard in government that whichever party or whichever people come into governance cannot reverse the gains that we have made in restoring our people's confidence in our democracy. And so we'll continue to listen to the nuggets of wisdom that you give us, because it makes us better, it makes us stronger.
Remember when we told you to repeat after us, the city will be stable, the city will be strong, and the city will not surprise me this year? Well, that's 2 out of 3, and that's not bad at all. The city has appreciated dollar as of 21st May 2025. And no, this isn't just some random nut. So what's going on? One of the biggest drivers for this is gold. Over the past year, gold prices have surged from over 62%, from around $2,000 per ounce in early 2024 to over $3,239 per ounce as of 13th May 2025. This is because falling global confidence in the US-led financial system has led central banks to accumulate gold, and Ghana was ready. As the 6th largest producer of gold in the world, Ghana has taken full advantage of the bull run. In 2024, gold exports hit $11.6 billion. That's up 52% from the $7.6 billion the year before. That helped Ghana post a $4.98 billion trade surplus, easing pressure on limited forex reserves. But exports weren't the only gold play. The Bank of Ghana, along with the newly empowered Gold Board, has aggressively built up its gold reserves. By purchasing gold from small-scale miners, first through BOG and now through Gold Board, Ghana's reserves jumped 3.4 times from just under 9 tons in May 2023 to over 31 tons in April of 2025. And that gold hasn't just been sitting pretty. Thanks to the market rising price, those reserves have grown in value, boosting the BOG's gross international reserves by 56% from $6.2 billion to $9.4 billion in just 12 months. This strong gold performance has given the BOG more firepower to support the city through forex auctions and stabilize supply without burning through cash. Other factors are helping too. The US dollar has weakened globally, which makes currencies like the city relatively stronger. Optimism is also growing around Ghana's economic management, particularly how it's handling debt and inflation. The finance minister's decision to halt and audit 67.5 Ghana cedis in outstanding payables and commitments, alongside efforts to lower T-bill rates from 28 to 15%, has given the government additional runway to support the city and make further interventions in the forex markets. But make no mistake, the gold is doing the heavy lifting. The recent appreciation isn't a fluke. It's a product of deliberate accumulation, global market shifts, and a smart play on one of Ghana's most valuable assets. But it's worth noting that this momentum hinges on continued discipline. Ghana's upcoming debt service obligations could be critical. If handled well, they could reinforce stability, but any missteps could quickly reverse these gains. So again, repeat after me: the city will be stable and the city will be strong.
This is the same Ato forcing. Ato, is it the same you? Is it Ato forcing? Hey, Ato. Hey, Ato. Hey, Ato forcing. Ato forcing. You took dollar from 17 cedis to 15 cedis in just 2 months. And from 15 cedis to 13 cedis in just a month.
Look at my face.
I feel from 13 cedis, what part of enough from about 11. Ato forcing. At then, so I'm a come as started this cameras no. Game boys need be almost started school. Game boys need be started so much. Ato forcing. Obema a come as started the game boys in papa. Yes, sir. Right now we all agree that Ato forcing be the economy messiah. The whole world. Ato forcing. He be the economy messiah. Ato forcing. Yes, sir. Udi yanka fa dollar ni bra uchi kakra. Udi yanka ma dollar no enko do 50 cedis. Even one dollar na do 1 cedi. Ade, e come start the game boys no.
What every leader of every country needs to do is to make sure that the economy is stable, the people are happy, things are reduced, like cost of things have reduced drastically, transportation has reduced. In fact, constant electricity, good road. Those are the things, the basic needs of the people that needs to be accomplished whenever you attain this position to be the president of a country. And so far so good. The president of Ghana have been doing well. He's trying his best to make sure that the country is stable. I want to know your thoughts. If you think he's not doing well, please comment below. If you think the Ghana government is doing absolutely amazing when it comes to the economy, please drop your comments in the comment section. And please don't forget to like this video, share this video with your family and friends, and subscribe to the channel. Congratulations to Ghana, and my hope is that it will get to head to head, that is 1-1, so that hey, things go this stable for Ghana.